Martin Odegaard confirmed Arsenal transfer. Arsenal's quest for a brand new attacking midfielder is over, as Arsenal have agreed a deal with Real Madrid's playmaker Martin Odegaard, who returns to the club on a £30 million transfer. Have Arsenal also agreed a deal for Aaron Ramsdale out of Sheffield United, and who else are Arsenal looking to sign? Well, let's find out in today's episode of The Transfers FC. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Fabrizio and it's gonna be Martin Odegaard, not James Maddison. Get your comments down below. But as per, if you do enjoy, smash a like on the video, and while you're down there, please do smash that subscribe button as well, because we are on the road to the big old 60,000 subscribers, and only you guys can make it happen. But let's get straight into the transfer news, and starting off with Martin Odegaard. He is going to be an Arsenal player. It is Remontada FC, Return FC for Martin Odegaard, putting Big Maddison to one side painfully. Your boy's not gonna lie to you guys, I've always been a massive fan of Martin Odegaard. I would have preferred Maddison, but at the same time I can't say no to Martin Odegaard, and he's going to be an Arsenal player. As Fabrizio Romano has confirmed, saying Martin Odegaard to Arsenal, here we go. Deal confirmed, permanent move. Bit less than €40 million to Real Madrid. Personal terms have already been agreed on a 5-year contract. Edu and Arteta wanted Odegaard as the only priority since June. Strategy was correct, and now it's a done deal. We have got the three infamous words of here we go from Mr. Here we go on Martin Odegaard, who is going to be an Arsenal player. Fabrizio Romano has also confirmed paperwork completed between Arsenal and Real Madrid. The agreement for Martin Odegaard on a permanent move has been signed, contract until June 2026. Odegaard can be considered a new Arsenal player. Here we go, confirmed. It is a return to our gargantuan institution for the Norwegian international captain, and at 22 years of age for a price tag of £30 to £35 million, Arsenal were never going to say no to that. Another Fabrizio has confirmed that what about David Ornstein? Well, he says if things go to plan, Martin Odegaard's proposed transfer from Real Madrid to Arsenal will be around €35 million, and he may even be in contention to feature versus Chelsea on Sunday. Martin Odegaard making his second Arsenal debut against Chelsea on Sunday. As it stands, that is looking likely to happen, and once again the price tag £30 million is €35 million, because that is exactly half the price tag of a certain James Maddison. And as much as your boy would love to see Big Maddison at the Emirates, when you get Odegaard for half the price tag, is Odegaard half the player of James Maddison? I'll leave that to you guys down below in the comments. Even the reliable Arilas Ul-Sada says Martin Odegaard will officially be announced as an Arsenal player in the next 48 hours. Medical ongoing over the next 24 hours, plus media duties ahead of announcements. Race for him to be available for Sunday's game against Chelsea. He needs to be registered by 12 PM on Friday. This is a reliable source out of Norway who's always bang on when it comes to Martin Odegaard, and he says that Arsenal look set to announce within the next 48 hours, and trust me my friends, this transfer is accelerating very quickly, and Odegaard is going to be officially an Arsenal player very soon. Because as Chris Wheatley has confirmed, Martin Odegaard today has left London Colney training ground around 30 minutes ago after undergoing his media duties. Arsenal hopeful he will be involved against Chelsea. The midfielder is double vaccinated as per Sky Sports star Mitch Chef. He's already done his Arsenal medical, and he's already signed his Arsenal contract as per Fabrizio Romano. Martin Odegaard, mi amigos, is officially an Arsenal player. Fabrizio Romano has also confirmed Real Madrid will have a right of first refusal for Martin Odegaard. They will be able to match future bids, but the player always decides, and there is no buyback clause. And when it says right to match the future bid, Arsenal could set an obscene price tag on the player, and Real Madrid would have to match that to sign Martin Odegaard and bring him back to the Bernabeu. I may get a bit of stick for this, but £30 million for the deal that Arsenal are getting, I'm going to say, in my opinion, I think this is a bargain. In terms of what Odegaard offers, as Statman Dave says, Martin Odegaard played more passes into the box with 63 and created more chances in 20 than any other Arsenal player managed after his Premier League debut last season, despite starting 9 out of 18 games. A much needed improvement in their attack. Martin Odegaard certainly does improve the Arsenal attack and gives Arsenal yet another technician. If you cast your minds back to the Arsene Wenger era, we had Cazorla, Ramsey, Ozil, Rosicky, so many technicians. But in terms of our current team, I can only think of Emil Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka. And so Martin Odegaard almost represents a throwback transfer for Arsenal. And to me, Martin Odegaard strikes me as an Arsene Wenger-esque signing. And ask yourselves the question, if it came down to Arsene, would it be Maddison or would it be Odegaard? I think he's picking Martin Odegaard. And in terms of big matters, the AFC Bells confirmed that Arsenal are very close to a deal for Martin Odegaard. Odegaard, and a deal for James Maddison is off the table. The AFC Bell has a gold history of Arsenal transfers, and yes, he gave us a big old Thomas party last summer, but as it stands in the summer, it goes to Fabrizio Romano. Much respect to him, David Ornstein, who've always said that Odegaard is Arsenal's target. And in terms of the AFC Bell, I'm not going to call you an Arsenal fraud, because all he ever said was that Arsenal had interest in the player, and that was confirmed by many people, and for a price tag of 60 to 70 million pounds, it was always going to be a very difficult deal to get over the line. And in terms of comparing Odegaard to Maddison in the Premier League last season, Maddison only beats Odegaard on shots per 90, where Odegaard wins on open play key passes, dribbles, successful final third passes, passing accuracy, and possession won in the final third. So I'm not going to come out and say to you Odegaard's the better player than Maddison, as I still would prefer to see Arsenal sign Big Madders and bring him to the Emirates Stadium. But at the same time, look at those stats there, and do you see twice the player of Martin Odegaard? Personally, I don't think so. And so for a fee of £30 million, Arsenal were never ever going to say no to Martin Odegaard. But what's your own thoughts on the Norwegian playmaker returning to the Emirates, and the fact that Arsenal are signing him instead of James Maddison? And do you guys think for a price of £30 million for the 22-year-old, Arsenal are getting a pretty good deal? As per, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Until next time, Big Madders, it just wasn't meant to be. Moving on to Aaron Ramsdale and his potential Arsenal transfer. Aaron Ramsdale to Arsenal is a deal, my friend, which looks more and more likely day by day, and as it stands, it looks like Arsenal are on the verge of agreement. As David Ornstein has confirmed that Arsenal are on the verge of agreement with Sheffield United to sign Aaron Ramsdale, 24 plus £6 million in add-ons, which are only likely to apply if the 23-year-old is established as first choice. Sheffield United initially wanted £40 million. The proposed deal was 4 years plus one option, and he's not on the squad to play against West Brom. And for a price tag of £24 million, rising to 30, in my eyes at least, it's a really questionable decision by Arsenal Football Club. And even the Sheffield United source in James Shields says Ramsdale prepares to begin packing his bags for Arsenal, and the fee will be £24 to £26 million, potentially rising to the £30 million mark. Aaron Ramsdale to Arsenal Football Club. A lot of fans are going to disagree, especially at that price tag. I've got nothing against Arsenal signing a backup goalkeeper, but a price tag of £24 million. Well, that makes Aaron Ramsdale the 6th most expensive goalkeeper in the history of football. Arsenal are not spending this much on a backup goalkeeper for the long term. Mikel Arteta, Edu Gaspar, and the Arsenal goalkeeping coach see Aaron Ramsdale as the long-term Arsenal number one. And so if Arsenal are spending £24 million out of the limited budget on a backup goalkeeper to learn on this season, how does that really improve the first team going into this season? And what does that mean in Arsenal's pursuit of a centre forward, a right back as well? Because those are players that Arsenal still need to sign. And as the Athletic confirmed, Arsenal had begun exploring a deal for Barcelona Brazilian goalkeeper Neto, only for Sheffield United to express interest in reopening talks over Aaron Ramsdale. As their number one choice for the goalkeeper position, Ramsdale remained the priority, and now Arsenal on the verge of agreement for the English international. And regardless of my thoughts on the player, I do wish him the best of luck at Arsenal Football Club, and if he is to sign for our team, I'm obviously going to back him, but at the same time, I'm not going to hide it, I do have massive questions over the goalkeeper's ability, and also how decent is he even at kicking out of the back. But at 23 years of age, in terms of Arsenal, their coaches, they see Aaron Ramsdale as that guy. But what's your own thoughts on the goalkeeper now signing for Arsenal, and are you happy with Aaron Ramsdale to Arsenal? And if so, let me know why, and if not, also let me know why. Talking about other transfers, the Mail confirmed that Arsenal continue to be linked to Lyon's talisman Houssem Aouar, who looks set to finally move on from the French giants this summer in order to ease the burden on the mounting finances. Houssem Aouar is still available, and after yesterday, there has been a breaking development in the French international playmaker, as L'Equipe have confirmed a transfer of Houssem Aouar before the end of the transfer window is possible, as both Lyon and the player want to move on. Houssem Aouar is available on the transfer market, and the fee we're talking is 20 to 25 million euros. Having spent only 30 to 35 on Martin Odegaard, could you guys imagine the scenes if we could sign Aouar and Odegaard? I mean, that would be absolute scenes, Jeff. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but the fact that he's available on the transfer market and Mikel Arteta is a clear fan of this player, would you guys be against a move for Houssem Aouar? Or do you want to see Arsenal keep their funds for a centre forward and a right back? Hector Bellerin and Kieran Tierney have been confirmed in Arsenal training today, and focusing in on the Spanish international right back Hector Bellerin, what's going to happen with his Arsenal future? Well, as David Ornstein has confirmed, Hector Bellerin wants Arsenal exit. Extremely frustrated with Arsenal, the 26-year-old has told Arte and Edu he will take a pay cut to leave as things are not working out for him or the club. The inter-talks have failed. Emerson and Trippier swap ideas, but nothing close. As now that Arsenal have sorted out their goalkeeper and their attacking midfielder, that only leaves the right back and the centre forward. And I think that right back is going to be the key position for Arsenal to address. And so we need to keep an eye on Trippier and more specifically Emerson Royal of Barcelona, who is a player that Barca only signed back so they can sell on to make a profit. And as you guys know, they are a club in massive need of finances. I think if Arsenal are to make a move for a right back, it's going to be the Brazilian out of Barcelona. Okay, then moving on to the other Arsenal news today, and starting off with the Arsenal scouts. Arsenal have got a couple brand new scouts as per Chris Wheatley, who confirms that Arsenal have hired new scouts this summer. Romain Poirot, former Man United and Man City scout, James Ellis, ex of Fulham senior scouts, and Tony Lima, previously at Manchester United, Inter and the Brazilian Football Confederation. Arsenal needed new scouts. They've now got them from across the world, and these are guys with vast experience, especially Poirot and Lima. And in James Ellis, of course, he signed for Arsenal towards the start of this transfer window. One can only imagine that he has played a massive part in the transfer of Aaron Ramsdale and any other English player that Arsenal will be linked to. John Cross confirms that Aubameyang and Lacazette are set to stay at Arsenal this summer. If the Arsenal centre forwards are to stay at Arsenal Football Club, are Arsenal going to go back into the market and sign a brand new centre forward? If Lacazette does stay, I don't see how Arsenal do it. But if Lacazette was to go, and likewise with Eddie Nketiah, I can see Arsenal going back into the market and signing a centre forward. But with 12 days left of the transfer window, who is that player really and truly gonna be? I've heard names like Dusan Vlahovic, but he's been linked to Atletico Madrid. I've also heard the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but that will be so expensive. This, my friends, as per, you guys can take it away. Let me know, what centre forward do you want to see Arsenal sign, or do you want to stick with the likes of Lacazette and Aubameyang going into the season? But that is the video there. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and while you're down there, please do consider subscribing to the boys channel. If you want to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest episode of the Transfers FC, and the quest for an attacking midfielder is over. Martin Odegaard, welcome back to Arsenal, and Arsenal a right back and a centre forward, and we keep it moving. But until then, I will see you guys next time in a bit.